Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, great to be here now in our 7th year together in the booth. Hard to believe. And we have an excellent kickoff to the 2022 NFL season. Defending champion, Los Angeles Rams.
And let me echo your words. It is an excellent kickoff to the 2022 season because it's a special night. It's opening night. We play it on a Thursday. But how about this? The first time either one of these teams has played in this NFL opener since it was moved to Thursdays in 2002. And we know why the Rams are here. They won the Super Bowl last year. Buffalo, they're here because they're exciting. They are the favorite in the AFC. And remember, with the overtime rules of last year, they might have been the team to get there if the overtime rules were existing then. So let's look forward to a great opener here. I'm excited. I know you are. Let's do this.
Good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Drive, Charles, he's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Runs the ball successfully. That doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
And they gained 5 yards on it, and to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
All right, partner, this is where I get to show my age. Because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue, where defenders chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Boy, I think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
In bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Throwing is Allen on third. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands. And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open.
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw. Forced out to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The kick by Bass is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win a line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a massive... And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson from 3 yards out. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. And now the Bills have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
In the NFL, you want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return is Powell. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. In the late afternoon games, one to keep an eye on for sure will be in Minneapolis, where it'll be the Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Then on Sunday night, a good one to start the season, the Bucs and Cowboys from Jerry World. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by David Long. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right?
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs has the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Allen flushed out right. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bills have cut it back within a score.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bills have retaken a third-quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And the Rams getting set to go now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't.
And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to...
Job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make it.
Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where...
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Ram down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. To the air again, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Stafford. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Stafford now to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Bills, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for L.A., they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.